Hey everyone, Ronnie Rowe back again this week for another um, video of my designs, Ronnie Rowe designs, and hope you appreciate all of you coming back to listen, and that really means a lot to me. Before we get started, one thing I want you to do, I want you to click down to the bottom here, and you've got to hit the subscribe. I need everyone who watches this to hit the subscribe button. It would help me a whole lot. Um, anyway, um, hope each and every one of you had a wonderful week. I got a lot of stitching done. I hope you had was safe. You got to watch a ball game this weekend, and hope everything worked out well for each and every one of you since the last time we talked. I got me a cheat sheet. I got me a little wrote down some things that I need to talk about. This past week, what's been going on this past week? Well, I got a lot of stitching done this week. I got a lot of design work done this week. I got a lot of putting patterns together this week. I got a lot of shipping out. Everything that I do in Ronnie Rowe in my world, I've been doing this week. So it's been a very, very busy week for me. Still been able to get up in the mornings and go swimming and also go out to dinner and do all the things that you normally do other than cross stitch and design and whatever. One thing I did get the chance to do this week, I planted my tomato seeds this week. Um, every year, I don't guess I've mentioned this before, but I have a fairly good sized garden. And so here it is, February the 14th, and we're about 6 to 8 weeks away from our last frost date. So I start my tomato seeds indoors. And this year I'm trying a variety that I haven't done before. It's called, I had bought plants and they were great plants one time, but I haven't raised them from seed. It's called a better bush, not a better boy, but a better bush. And these are really hardy plants and they do well in my area. And I've had some very good luck with them. But anyway, planted tomato seeds this week. What else did I do this week? That's about it. Swimming, out to dinner, talking to friends, going to the Y, sitting around with the guys, talking about you name it. We talk about it. And of course, they're all giving me a hard time because I sit around and cross stitch. I guess I think I ought to be out chopping wood, slaying dragons, or whatever you manly things you do. But anyway, I take a lot of heat from that. Um, Super Bowl. Hope each and every one of you got a chance to watch the Super Bowl. I did. I enjoyed it. I thought it was fantastic. It was a really good ball game, and so I really did enjoy myself with that. And my team won. That's who I was pulling for, Kansas City. So anyway, so all of you Philly fans out there, there's always next year. You've got a great young quarterback in Jalen Hurts, and so anyway, that'll I'm sure everything will work out. But anyway, I enjoyed this Super Bowl. Like I said, what I did this past week, I got a lot of things to Hoffman Distributing. Hoffman will be at Nashville this year, and so in order for me to have my stuff to go to Nashville with Hoffman Distributing Company, I had to get everything to him. He has to put it in his catalog. He has to put it out online and get a lot of things done prior to that show. And that show is right around the corner the first weekend in March. So anyway, been doing that with Hoffman, going to Nashville. Esty, I don't have any new designs out there, Esty, but I will have these new designs that are going to Nashville with Rod at Hoffman. They will be on my Esty site here in the next couple of weeks. I don't put anything out on my site until the shops have an opportunity to get these. And so once they do, I will put these out on my Esty site. And these are the ones you're going to be seeing later on in this video that I've been working on and putting all together, got all the graphs made, got everything done, got all the photography done. Everything is ready to go on these designs. Let me see what else. The new designs are Morning Light. Of course, you've already seen Morning Light. That's the one I've already got framed. Blue Haven. Blue Haven is the one I'm working on right now. There's another one I've called Fractured, which you haven't seen yet, but you'll see that in a little while. And Sports, that's another one that I've been doing. And so those are the new designs that are coming out for the spring of 2023. Well, let's get right to it. Blue Haven. What have I been doing on Blue Haven? I've been stitching Blue Haven, and I've got right much done on it this week. And I'm kind of right now, the way the pier and the way it came together, I'm happy with it, but I'm happy with it. Okay. Let's just leave it at that. I'm happy with it. But anyway, last week I showed this to you, and it's on a board. It's wrinkled. I just took it out of the hoop. I showed it to you, and I had just a little tiny bit of the pier done. This week, got more going into the house. And this is Blue Haven. And you can see down in this area right here, it's going to come down with rocks all in here. And you'll see the finished product here shortly. And got the little house along with the mountains, and I wanted to put some fog on the mountains, and so that's coming along pretty good. What I'm kind of down in here, I change a few things, but anyway, it's starting to come together. One really hard thing about this was down in this area right here, to be able to see the pollens going down into the water and not just have black on white with shading or something. I might have lightened that up just a tad, but other than that, it's going to be okay. So I'm really happy the way that's going. This is another. I started this January the 16th, and so it's been a month. It's been a month. Here we are at February the 14th, and so this is how much stitching I've gotten done on this project in the last month, along with doing a bunch of other things too. So anyway, this is Blue Haven, and I should have this completed in a month. I'm guessing a month, and then I'm going to put that in a metal silver frame like I do a lot of my work. Probably double mat that, and you will see the finished product on that. This week, I did get a letter. I've been working with a friend of mine in England that wanted me to do the rugby player. We've been going back and forth on some coloring, doing that for her. That is a customized design that I am working. I haven't had a lot of time right now to spend on that like I like to. So I'm going to get back with that. I did send 7 preliminary designs to her to show her the colors, and so I'm waiting to see what she says on that. But I think we're getting close on that, and once we do, I'll certainly be sharing that with you. I've got an inquiry from another person about either cats or dogs they'd like for me to do a design, and one of them is a collie, one of them was a cat sitting on an Afghan, if you will. A lady would like that done. So we're working at those things. As far as any new designs coming out, I told you last week I'd like to do something has to do with the opera, plays, the theater, and so I've been thinking about that, working it. I'm trying to. I think I know basically what I want to do to represent all of that, the entirety of all opera, the theater, plays. So I'm working that, but I'm also trying to think of a name would be good for that, something that would be catchy, so or that would fit the picture. I'm working on that. So anyway, we'll see how that goes. What I'm going to do right now on my new designs that I sent to a Hoffman Distributing Company, I'm going down now and I'm going to share a screen on my computer. We're going to see if this works. And I'm going to show a screen and go through each one of these designs and show you what they look like, the 5 that I told you about earlier. So right now, you should be looking at a screen, and you should see me in a little box somewhere on this screen. Not that you want to see me, but the first one I want to show you is Blue Haven. And Blue Haven, that is the one we're showing you right here. That's where we are stitching on this. That is how Blue Haven is going to look. Once we got this much done on it, it was easy. The rocks were pretty much just moving a lot of rocks around, taking them with various tools on the computer and recoloring those and putting them at various positions. So I like the way this thing came about. And so this is the cover sheet that was sent to Rod. Sent a bunch of these with all the instructions, a finished pattern. And again, this will be out on the my Etsy site once the folks in Nashville, the shops, have an opportunity to get this. What I have done different on these than I have in the past. In the past, my cover sheets, I've had them all printed, and I didn't do that this time. What I did was what you're seeing here, the picture of Blue Haven. That is a 4x6 picture that I had made at Walmart. I went to Walmart and had these made. I got Walmart has a pretty good deal on these, and so I got these pictures made. And what I do is I take the whole cover sheet you see right here and everything, and I go out with my handy spray, and I spray the pictures, and I glue the pictures on top of the cover sheet. And so that way I found out that that's saving a few dollars, and saving more than a few dollars with the number I'm putting out. So the cost of printing is really going up, so as well as shipping. So anyway, that's how I'm putting these together. The next one I wanted to show you is one fractured. You haven't seen fractured yet. Fractured is this. This is a picture. I took a violin and a cup at the bottom of it and laid it on the table and just sit down there with a program I had, and I fractured it like you would take a piece of glass and shatter something. And that thing really, I think it turned out really well. And let's see if this works on what I'm trying to do here now. But anyway, as you can see, if I blow this thing up, whoop, maybe I need to go back. Yeah. It's got that fractured look, but it's a lot of colors in this, and I like it. I think it's a really pretty piece, and so I'm sure we'll do well with that. And this will be out on the website. Let me go back a little bit on this. The next picture that we have that we are sending to Hoffman and it's being published this year is obviously Morning Light. Morning Light is one we've been working on for some time. And again, this is a 4x6 print that I had made, and this has just been glued on the top of the cover sheet. The cover sheet, I might say, I tried to come up with something different with every ones I put out the first time of year, and this time what I did was kept basically the same theme, but what I tried to do was sit down there and put a hoop, if you will. There's a hoop, and you can see the outline or see the little squares for cross-stitch material. So each one of these has the same cover except for the picture. The next one I want to show you is Butterfly. This is one, talk about swimming in butterfly. There's Butterfly. Butterfly is this guy coming at you. And this was really, really cool, I thought, because you see a lot of water with the background blue and the water coming off his arms, and he's kind of coming at you. And I wanted to do something in swimming. And so this thing, it's turned out good. And it's only about 6 or 7 colors in this thing, I think, if I remember correctly. And that picture is really something easy to do. It's pretty good size, like all the rest of mine I do. And again, that is Butterfly. And the last one is sports. I want to do something with sports. And so this one I call sports. And sports is just a collage of various images and everything, where you have a baseball player, a basketball player, hockey, football, and a young lady up there with a soccer ball coming at you. I thought this came together as kind of a collage on a black and white, if you will. It's not really black and white. I think it's 4 or 5 colors in this, and there are a few grays and a little bit of a grayish brown I put into it. So, but anyway, pretty easy to stitch. And in order to do this, what you had to do is had to take out a lot. In other words, each one of these figures, drawn figures, each one of them have been manipulated with a lot in Affinity Designer and Affinity Photo, leaving in and taking out a lot of detail, because everything you see on here as far as a white is the material. And so, and I will have a note on the back of this that this is best stitched on white material, because if you did this on a dark material and everything, it wouldn't have the same effect if you do on a white material. But anyway, those are sports, butterfly, morning light, fractured. I like my word fractured up here. I like the way I did the fractured. That's kind of cool. And Blue Haven, which I'm working on right now. So those are the designs right now that I have out, that are going to be out. Each one of these will be on my website. They on my SD page, probably, I'm saying the second or third week of March, after the folks at Nashville get a shot at them, or anybody at Rod, people that buy the shops that buy from Rod, they'll have a first opportunity for these. What I do on my SD site, a lot of people don't do. Me personally, I don't ever try to undercut a shop with new designs. So if I've got a wholesale cost of a design of $8, that's what the shops pay for that design, and they normally mark it up twice to 16, twice of what they pay for it, and that's what I put out on my SD site for my new design. So, and that's to help the shops. I don't. It's something wrong with selling to the shops and then putting on your site, undercutting the shops. I don't know. I just don't do that, because a lot of my business comes from distributors, and I certainly don't want to do that to those folks. Anyway, that's what's going on this week. I'm going to be working on the theater thing I'm working on. I'm going to be working on Blue Haven. Next week, hopefully, I'll be able to show you something different, and maybe show you some techniques of things that we're doing here. And I love my office. You know how I clean my office too. You noticed that, didn't you? Not really. But anyway, so anyway, before I leave you, I want to tell you, as I tell you every week, the number one thing I want you to do is have a great week, a great week, and be safe. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.